Welcome back to another episode of the Main Quest podcast. This is, of course, the #1 retro gaming podcast where the room spins faster than Sonic coming out of a spin dash. This is episode 108. And as always, I am your host, Keith. Before we get started, just a reminder, the show is now on YouTube. So if that is your preferred way of listening to podcasts, then by all means, go subscribe over there and do your thing. And if you are already listening there, hi, hello. Nice to meet you. The Main Quest is also fully supported by the wonderful people on Patreon. I really appreciate them. And you should appreciate them too. They do all the heavy lifting to keep this thing going, so the rest of all you freeloaders can kick back and enjoy it. But if you want to help bear the burden and get a little more in return, tiers start at only $1. You get episodes a week ahead of time. They're often a little bit longer. They're definitely uncensored. And you get a special little place in the show notes and access to legacy episodes, written reviews, and knowing that I probably blew you a kiss when I received that subscription notification. And of course, there's more than one tier. There's one other tier in there. So, look around. Treat yourself. You can also support the program by leaving reviews or telling a friend. Sharing what you're listening to on the socials is a great way of getting this thing out there. And whatever you decide to do, hey, it's perfectly okay with me. By the way, if you want to hang out with other folks who listen to the program and you want to talk about what you're playing or maybe just post dumb memes, the Main Quest Discord is open to everyone, and you'll find the invite link in the show notes as well. Now, today, Ginger and Willie return for another Gutbuster. Full disclosure, at the very last minute, I messaged them and I was like, hey, you guys want to do a power hour? And of course, they agreed. Because if you've heard Grand Rapidians play video games, you know that they're no strangers to drinking on mic. I've done power hours on this very program before. I believe it was for Battletoads, very early on. And then I did another one for the Amnesia episode. And I figured, hey, this is the last Sega game that I'll be covering for the foreseeable future. And that calls for a celebration. You know, good vibes, letting the drinks flow, sipping every 60 seconds. Let's see where this discussion takes us. These two are some of my favorite people to record with, and this episode was no exception. So, just a heads up, if you came here expecting a serious breakdown of Sonic Spinball, you might want to sit this one out. With that said, I hope you do stick around and have some fun with us, and I will see you guys on the other side.
Offense to anyone, but I have to listen to music with my job. I can't focus listening to people I want to listen to.
Too many addresses to pay attention to a podcast.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
And also it's summer, so children dart. And so do dogs and people. Motorcycles.
Do you have different darts to throw at the children or the dogs, or do you throw the same darts at all of them?
I don't throw darts.
Oh.
But I really considered getting a fake brick. A fake one. Hear me out. Because people don't know pedestrian laws. The amount of almost getting hit in a crosswalk is appalling.
That goes for drivers, too. I mean, I'm sure you see that all the time.
Oh, dude. Motherfuckers have their phone in their hands constantly. You cannot say that you don't.
It's horrible.
I see so many do that.
Mm-hmm.
Not like old people. They just don't know how to drive. They're the ones who almost hit me in the crosswalk.
You want to do the power hour?
Yeah, I guess I should first introduce you guys. Welcome back. Ginger and Willie from formerly the Grand Rapidians play video games?
I mean, we're still on hiatus.
Yeah, we're still Grand Rapidians play video games.
Okay.
We've just been on vacation for a year.
Yeah. If nobody's familiar with you guys, you should go back and listen to our Kid Chameleon episode. That was a blast. That was Die! That was a lot of fun. And I figured this is my last Sega Genesis game. I should probably go out with a bang. First of all, I'm happy to have you guys back. And second of all,
thanks for having us.
Yeah.
I was like, we should do a power hour. I haven't done it in quite a while on the show. I did it on my Battletoads episode and Amnesia, the Dark Descent. And it was a lot of fun. And I guess with that, I mean, what are you guys drinking? Bring a little bit of GRPVG to this podcast. What are you guys drinking for the power hour?
I have my
I need to
standby
go grab something.
from the land of sky blue waters. I have a hams. Actually,
Okay.
I have a 6-pack of hams here.
Nice. I think Leinenkugels is still in Milwaukee. I have a summer shandy, a 6-pack of summer shandy. I'm not much of a beer drinker, so it was either this or Corona or Spotted Cow.
That's going to be like drinking a whole lot of lemonade. That might be rough.
But there's no AC in this room, so it's going to get hot as hell.
Oof.
So figure this would be nice and refreshing. So
It will be like driving a mail truck.
yeah. Yeah. Nice, hot, humid. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Easy bake oven. They put mail people in mail boxes on wheels.
So you don't have any AC in there.
Not in those little square trucks.
I know I've seen a couple that have like the little corner fan.
Mm-hmm. They all have fans that blow hot air around. It's real great.
Of course.
Hey, it's something.
Oh, dude, it's way better than when I was stuck in the Metris, which is a Mercedes vehicle. And the fan that blows, like the blower motor, went out.
Oh no.
Yeah. That shit was awful.
So at that point, you're kind of like, I wish I could just punch the windscreen out so I could just at least get something as I'm driving.
For real. Like, it was nice getting out of the vehicle in like 105-degree weather.
Oh my God. Well, you get the best
That
of both
felt
worlds
good.
because being in Michigan, you get the winters too.
Right. It's hard being almost 5'2", walking through 2 feet of snow.
So, Ginger, you got your standby here, too, your soda.
Faygo 6040. The best Faygo ever.
Whoop whoop.
And, yeah, woo-woo juice. And a Red Bull Juneberry.
Nice.
I
Hell
might
yeah.
take a nap after this. I don't know.
Just enough caffeine for nap time.
Dude, ADHD is wild.
If anybody's unfamiliar with the Power Hour, we are taking a sip of our drink every 60 seconds for 60 minutes straight.
I was unfamiliar with that.
No, it won't get annoying to edit the timer out, but it's fine. It's all about having fun here. That's what this podcast is about, just having fun. So
every minute.
For the last Sega Genesis game.
For Sonic Spinball. Speaking of Sonic Spinball, let's hit some music right here, and we'll get into our previous histories after this. So as always, I like to start the show with our previous histories with the game that we're talking about. And I think I'll start with you, Willie. What's your previous history with Sonic Spinball?
My history with Sonic Spinball started on WiiWare when I was a judge at Twin Galaxies, or Virtual Console on the Wii. I downloaded it there to basically verify that it played the same and could use the same rules to track the high score world record.
Should I remind y'all the drink?
Oh, I'm already drunk. Yeah, you need to remind me because I just spilled all over myself.
But I've always been a fan of pinball games, so I was happy to pick that up and finally have it on a home console. So I was a Super Nintendo kid. I never had a Sega Genesis. And yeah,
You didn't come to it until a lot later.
early 2000s.
What about you, Ginger?
Even later, to be honest.
Yesterday for this podcast.
No, not that much later, but maybe after he came back, So around maybe the same time.
Okay.
But
After I
when
came
I
back
first-
from where?
the Iowa thing,
Oh, okay.
I tried it then and I wasn't really a fan, to be honest. And y'all need to drink again. So, yeah, I had a Genesis growing up too. So it's kind of funny that we didn't have this game.
You call
Maybe-
yourself a Genesis fan, but it seems like you hate Genesis games.
Well, they're bad games.
Well, you're a Sonic
I
2
can't
fan.
help it. I didn't make them.
And you liked Kid
Sonic 2
Chameleon.
is the best. And that one's another good one. But most of them are bad. And I'm not wrong.
I would agree. After doing all of this, I would agree with that statement. Yeah, for me, Sonic Spinball was something that I would always play at my friend's house. And he actually didn't like it. And I always had a fascination with it because I always kind of enjoyed those casino pinball levels in the other Sonic games.
I may have played it back in the 90s at a friend's house. I had a friend who lived up the street. He had the Sega Genesis and I had the Super Nintendo. So we'd go over to each other's house and, we'd play Mortal Kombat at his house and we'd play Street Fighter at my house.
I grew up with both consoles and my friend only had a Genesis. So we would kind of go back and forth trading games, Genesis games. And this was one that I borrowed from him. And I had like every intention of playing it at my house, but because I had a Super Nintendo, I was probably playing like A Link to the Past or Kirby's Adventure. I think I had a Game Boy around this time too, so maybe I was playing Tetris or something. And I just never got around to playing Sonic Spinball. Even though I had access to it, I wasn't really dropping anything else that I was playing to play Sonic Spinball, even though I always kind of had a fascination with it. It's not like I was avoiding it. It's just it was something that never happened.
Just had better games
Yeah.
to play.
Right, yeah. So,
I mean, also, if you said your friend wasn't a fan of it, I'm sure whether you realize it or not, it probably made you a little biased about it. Like, I'll just play it later.
I heard it's not
Mhm.
good.
yeah, it's probably true.
I could see that.
I'm aware of this game's reputation. I was still kind of excited to finally
Drink.
come back to it. So I'll say that much. It's actually very hard for me not to drink prior to the 60 seconds.
That's valid.
I was excited to finally play it too. I've always been a huge fan of the pinball games. Kirby's Pinball Land on Game Boy was one of my favorite Game Boy games.
Very first episode of this podcast, I talked about Alien Crush, which is still a very good pinball game. Not as good as
That's an amazing game.
not as good as Devil's Crush, but still
No.
like up there.
But still.
Yeah. In contrast to what we're going to be talking about later. Well, the quality in both of those titles to this one is vastly different. Sonic the Hedgehog Spinball is a platformer developed by Sega Technical Institute and published by Sega.
Sega Technical Institute.
Yeah, you remember them.
I have issues with you guys.
I swear, it just so happened that you guys happened to be on this episode. Like, you guys have been on the sheet for this for a very long time.
Yes.
Yeah. Didn't they make Kid Chameleon too?
Yes. So, it's just a coincidence that it just so happens to be an STI game. Again.
Oh, man. Is it older than Kid Chameleon?
No, I don't think so.
I think it's newer.
Yeah,
Shenanigans.
This was like late 93.
Oh, they have no excuse. Drink.
For what?
They kind of do.
For the pinball game they made?
Okay, I bet you found something that may have, did they just, get rid of all of their, game folks that work on it.
So here's the thing, and I like this kind of episode because there's a lot of cross-section with my Sonic 3 episode, my Sonic CD episode, and interestingly enough, Comic Zone. And all of those games, those are wonderful, fantastic, fine, perfectly okay games. But I guess to catch everybody up to like what Sega is up to. So STI was Sega's US development team made up of both American and Japanese developers.
Oh, why did they have to call it STI?
I'm not saying Sega Technical Institute every single time.
I know. It's just like, drink.
Because back then they used the abbreviation VD.
Right. So it's
STI
different. Yes.
That's valid. That's valid.
But the Japanese side of STI and the US side of STI both hated each other. They did not get along, but they somehow released Sonic 2, and it was a massive success here in the States. Automatically, all hands are on deck, making whatever Sonic media they could shove down people's throats. And that's where you get like the Master System ports, you get the Game Gear stuff, you get the spin-offs like this game. Also be careful what you shove down your throat that's made by STI.
That is very valid.
I just had to get that joke out of that way. And also, like, this is around the time the 16-bit console wars were white hot. I mean, this was Sega and Nintendo going at each other's throats. And so we have the main guy we're going to focus on here, Peter Morawak, the director for Sonic Spinball, was pushing around this idea to make a game that would eventually be called Comic Zone. Meanwhile, Yuji Naka, our favorite white-collar criminal, and Sonic Team were having a hell of a time putting Sonic 3 together, which is a game that would eventually be released in 2 halves. And Sega needed a Sonic game. They needed a Sonic game yesterday. They needed to fill the space between Sonic 2 and the delayed Sonic 3. And instead of making Comic Zone, they told Peter Morawak, hey, why don't you make a Sonic game? And so Morawak, Chris Sen, Albert Coe, and the composer for Sonic Spinball, Howard Drazen, Ginger, had 6 months to make Sonic Spinball.
That explains so much. That honestly...
And then on top of that...
Oh. It's probably why there's only 4 levels.
Mm-hmm.
Because Sonic Team, the Japanese end of STI, were such petty little bitches.
I love a petty bitch.
They wouldn't lend any assets of any Sonic game to the American side of the team.
Oh, they are petty bitches.
So they had to create the entire game from scratch. They had nothing.
Oh, well, Sonic looks like the Sonic from Sonic 2 when he stands there before he's in a ball.
Does he?
He looks very weird.
I thought so.
Yeah, he doesn't look right.
I mean, we can talk about it in the graphics. Ginger, also, you want to know why this game feels a little weird? You want something else that might blow your mind?
Yes, please.
The team had to use a development program that was kind of unusual to use on the Genesis, and I'm not going to pretend to know anything about it.
That's valid.
But I know...
Drink.
They wish. It was actually programmed in C, which is a basic programming language that nobody used to make games on the Genesis. And the only reason why they used C was because it allowed them to speed up development. And then, of course, the trade-off for using C is that the game kind of plays a little weird.
Yeah, a little weird.
Yeah.
That's probably why I got angry and went back to Brotato.
Hell yeah. That's not a bad plan at all,
different.
Actually. Yeah. Other than that, Sega really didn't care what STI made, just as long as it had Sonic on the box. Somebody at STI was like, well, those pinball parts in Sonic 2 are kind of cool. What if we just make a Sonic pinball game? And that's how Sonic Spinball was born. My question for you guys is, did you guys enjoy those pinball segments in those games?
I did.
Yeah.
Like the casino.
Yes.
Casino Night Zone or whatever it's called. Those are the best.
Yeah.
The one with the slot machine.
Especially when you got good at it and you could get a bunch of stuff before the timer ran out.
Uh-huh. I would usually just bounce around in those stages until time ran out. But
Drink.
Yeah, I got very good at those when I was a kid.
This game would be... It has so much potential to be a f***ing cool game. But
it is a cool game. I like it more than Kid Chameleon, so...
I mean, I'm not surprised. It's probably because of the pinball, Will.
Yes.
I don't want to give away too many of my thoughts, but I think the first stage is actually very good.
That's the only one I played. I didn't even get past to the second, third, or fourth.
Interesting.
And there's only 4.
I've never made it past the second, so...
Oh, okay. Oh, that'll be make for an interesting discussion. One last very dumpster fire type of production thing here. So the game was ready to launch. They were literally having like a wrap party at the office, and they were about to send the code off to production when someone noticed that the Sonic the Hedgehog theme, like the theme that everybody knows, that the one song from those 2D games, did not have clearance to be used in Sonic Spinball.
Oh.
Dreams Come True made that song, and they had the license to it. So 2 hours prior to the game going into production, Drazen literally had to pull a song out of his ass and make the intro song that is on the screen here that we listened to today. So
Drink.
Shoot, and that was in the days before the Rockin' Sonic Underground cartoon theme song, too, so you can use that.
Yeah, a lot of the assets used in this game are very reminiscent of one of the cartoons, but I think that would be another issue where they would have to get a license at the last minute. You would think STI would be able to use that song, you know? You think at least somebody would have the license for that, but...
Or just let them... Since it's
right.
Sega.
It's kind of booby-trapping them, setting them up to say, you gotta make a Sonic game, but you can't use anything from these Sonic games.
Right. Some would say it was on purpose, but that might be for a later episode.
It all can be true. Drink.
So, I mean, Sonic Spinball did come out. It was released in North America on November 23rd, 1983 for the Genesis, and a few days later in Europe on the Mega Drive, and finally in Japan on December 10th, 1993. Since then, it has been ported to the Sega Master System, Sega Game Gear, PC, Game Boy Advance, the GameCube, PS2, and Xbox as part of the Sega Mega Collection, Wii Virtual Console, the Sega Genesis Mini, Steam, and the Nintendo Switch Online Expansion Pack. Review scores for context at the time, Game Rankings has it at 61%. Electronic Gaming Monthly has it at 7.25 out of 10. And just Electronic Games has it at 95%. Outside of that, all the other outlets were Sega focused. And wouldn't you know, all the Sega magazines gave it like mid to high 80s.
That's high.
Like looking at a Nintendo Power review for a Nintendo game.
Exactly. That's why I really don't include those, but there weren't many other scores out there, even including any funny or goofy user reviews. Like, I couldn't find anything for that either, so I don't know what that says about the quality of this game.
Your podcast feel underleveled, sick of content that doesn't overclock your ear holes? Crack open a cold can of Hell Piss Zero Mercy. It might sound like an energy drink, but it's actually the Main Quest Patreon attacking your nervous system. For less than the cost of a loose copy of Perfect Weapon, you'll get bonus episodes recorded in an abandoned KB Toys. Early access to episodes before you even know you want them. Listen as your host Keith researches and revisits and re-evaluates retro games with a mix of sarcasm, sincerity, and that thing scientists call good podcasting.
No actual scientists are consulted in the making of this podcast. Good podcasting is not a medically recognized condition, and any resemblance to sincere analysis is purely coincidental.
We gave the Main Quest Patreon to a test group. We're still sorting out the consequences.
Ever since I joined the Patreon for the Main Quest podcast, Keith has unleashed the beast in me. Ever since the Primal Rage episode, I now go to random children's birthday parties in an inflatable T-Rex costume to brighten their day. And if
The Patreon gave me emotions. I do not want them. Please kill me. It's okay to like a video game.
Join that before the algorithm bans it for being too powerful. Link in the show notes. Or scrawl Main Quest in blood on your nearest Wii U gamepad and whisper Keith 3 times into the mic.
Help His trademark has not been evaluated, approved, or acknowledged by any real government agency. Side effects may include stick drift, polygonal hallucinations, involuntary bricking, aggressive XP drip, LAN party flashbacks, emotional damage caused by hot takes, spontaneous quick time events, and a strong desire to rank every Gex game. Do not consume if you are pregnant, wear deodorant, or currently dating. Contact Dr. Mario if symptoms persist. May permanently overwrite your taste profile. Void where prohibited. I tell you who did review this game. The very fine community at the Main Quest Discord. This is, of course, Retro Recollections. And before we dive into the game, we have to hear what the community has to say about Sonic Spinball. This is the part of the show where you, the listeners, get to sound off on the game of the week. And if you'd like to be part of a future segment, just jump into the Main Quest Discord. I'm not going to be collecting Retro Recollections on social media anymore. It's just too scattered to keep up with.
That's valid.
So the Discord is where it's going to be at. It's good vibes, great people, and of course your thoughts might end up on the show, and links to that are in the show notes. So let's hear first from B. Ross of Super Garbage Day. He says, when I bought a Genesis again in my adulthood, this game came with it, and I gotta tell you how incredibly disappointed I was at the execution of this concept. Holy crap, does the frame rate absolutely suck.
Yes. Drink.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, that's hilarious. That is a really
I mean, it's
good
what you
thought.
said, Ginger. There's so much potential in this game.
Yes.
They absolutely missed the mark.
They did.
And then we have Lethgo next of the Afterglow podcast. He says, I like pinball. Hate this game. the controls just aren't right. It probably
For
wouldn't be as
real.
bad if the controls weren't trash. But even then, the map designs don't make a lot of sense to me.
I mean, I could get past map design if
I can't.
you could just get Sonic up into the paddles.
It's supposed to be a puzzly stage, like Flipnick.
Yeah, it's supposed to be. Well, next, we might have a more optimistic opinion because we have Sonic apologist Matt, aka Stormageddon, from the Fun and Games and Reignite podcast. They say, I loved this game as a kid. My favorite thing about it was how it was so much closer to the comics and Saturn? I don't know what a Saturn is. Saturday morning. Oh, Saturday morning card. They literally wrote it out right here for me. I'm an idiot.
No, you've just
offer-
been drinking beer. Speaking of that, drink.
Are you sure it hasn't been an hour yet?
I have no idea. When did we start?
Oh no!
25 minutes ago.
Okay. I did often use Game Genie to get through it, but without having to worry about lives, it became less stressful and more fun. I could totally see how raw dogging this weird game can be a mess. I also love the sound design and soundtrack in spite of itself, and I still have the Grabbing the Emerald tune stuck in my head to this day. Thank you, Matt. Soup says, simply,
Drink.
oh yeah, I love Sonic. Never been a bad game.
Oh, there's an ass kisser right there.
Mm-hmm. No, Soups is being totally sarcastic.
No, it's so funny.
I should introduce a new segment that I have, but I don't want to introduce a segment within a segment. That's too much. It's too much podcasting.
Too segmented.
We can't go that deep. Next, we have Seek Ye Wisdom, who says, played it a lot, always sucked at it. Music is kind of weird, but not bad per se. Definitely the weirdest Sonic game I've ever played. No plans to beat it, like ever.
I love that.
Me either.
Same.
Yeah.
Next, we have Chris Copleen, of course, of Retro Hangover, who says, I remember how eager I was to play this as a kid. I thought it was so incredibly cool, and I loved how Sega was trying to do something different.
He used the word eager.
I love how tickled you are when people talk about how much they loved this game as a child.
But then he got a STI.
Yeah, of course he did. That's why he's got to scream about his dragon every episode.
Which we love.
But I also remember not playing much beyond the first level because I would get bored. Today, I see why. It's not a great game, even though I still kind of love the first level. It's frustrating for no real reason. It's not a good Sonic game, and it's a very bad pinball game. It does try its damnedest to be unique, and it succeeds there. And I do really love the OST, but for the Genesis, give me Dragon's Fury in Sonic 3 instead of this. We've got a couple more here. We have Thrak from the 3DO experience. He says, the game that doesn't exist? No, I grew up with this one, so I have nostalgia for it. The OST slaps. I don't know what he means about the game that doesn't exist. It certainly exists. I don't know what that's about. And then finally, we have the one, the only, Masked Keaton, who says, every so often I will go back and play the first level of this game. I really enjoy it, and then I get my fix, and I'm good. The second level is hecking hard. Thank you, Masked Keaton.
Yes,
and it seems like between the three of us and a couple of the people in the Discord, everybody enjoys that first level, and then that's about it.
It's like they probably worked mostly on that, like, first level, and then the last week was the other 3 levels. Copy, paste, change the color.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You guys want to talk about the story?
There's a story?
Oh, Ginger.
Oh, Jesus.
You sweet summer child.
We didn't have the instruction book.
Well, don't worry. I've got you covered. It's story time. And Toby's not here.
Right?
The evil scientist, Dr. Robotnik, has unleashed his most diabolical plot yet to turn the animals of Planet Mobius into robots.
That's always his plot.
Monstrous contraption. Ginger, please.
I'm so sorry.
Brace yourself. Brace yourself. His monstrous contraption, the Vejo Fortress.
I can't.
Which is just one letter away from just being the Fortress.
I mean, it might as well be.
Built on Mount Mobius, is already transforming happy creatures into mindless slaves.
Because they got the...
Hysteria.
I mean, I don't know. Listen, the hormones coming off of also drive me crazy, so I totally understand. Robotnik's fiendish machine draws its powers from the mountain's volcano. Fiery lava fuels the lethal pinball defense system that protects the fortress. Sonic and his pal Tails mount an air assault on the fortress, only to be blasted in mid-flight by Robotnik's cannons.
Mid-flight,
Sonic is knocked into deep waters near the volcano, but he has friends in wet places and is saved at the last moment.
Well, I heard it's better down where it's wetter.
Sonic sneaks into the toxic... This makes more sense for it to be the fortress because Sonic falls into wet places and then it's right next to toxic caves.
I mean, it goes well with STI, all of that. So maybe this game was actually like...
That's what that green goo is. It's like a yeast infection.
Yeah, the first thing you see in this game when you start it is Sonic right next to a butthole.
Yeah.
Oh, do you mean the alien mouth that spits them out?
It's a butthole.
I know you know what I'm talking about, Whaley, because I sent you a picture of it, because when I saw it, I was like, this is suggestive.
It's a butthole with teeth then, right? Doesn't it have, like, teeth that close?
Some people are into that. Drink.
I've never used a chastity belt before.
I saw that movie, Teeth.
Oh my god, I forgot about that movie. Oh man. Yeah, I don't know. The story. I could pick it apart. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, why is Dr. Robotnik using a pinball defense machine to stop Sonic, who is known for turning into a ball? That doesn't make any goddamn sense. That's very stupid.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to think, like, this has to be the only time in video game history where the villain built a death trap that functions as a skill showcase for the hero.
Bowser does that all the time.
Not really, because...
Especially if you count, like, mini games in Mario Party. It's like, mwahaha, run around this platform until one of you doesn't fall off.
Okay, so here's my question for you, Willie. How much of Super Mario Brothers is actually canonical to anything? Because as far as Miyamoto is concerned, he said that, like, none of it matters.
Is this Sonic Spinball story canonical?
I'm not the right person to ask. I could direct you to somebody who might know that.
I think it's all true in the multiverse.
Oh yeah, it's totally possible. I'm surprised this wasn't in Sonic Generations. The other thing I don't understand about this story is that there are 7 emeralds.
Drink.
Right? 7 Chaos Emeralds. But there's like 27 in this game.
What? In 4 levels.
Are they shards, maybe? Maybe some got broken up into pieces. That seems to happen
No, these are
all the time.
These are full-on emeralds. In the story, it says Sonic starts swiping emeralds to free the animals of Mobius and dishing out Hedgehog justice.
Oh my god, shut up. Not really, but... so cheesy.
Like, it could have been any other MacGuffin. It didn't have to be emeralds, because there's not that many emeralds in the Sonic lore.
No. I can't believe there's a story.
Yeah.
And it's fucking, like, once again, 6 months. You're just grabbing at straws. It really didn't. Here's Sonic in a pinball machine. Bam.
Mm-hmm.
Easy.
This is where I think we're going to have a lot more fun. And I'm just going to set up the gameplay here, and then I'm going to let you guys loose. So, obviously, this is a pinball game. There are some small areas for platforming. On the surface, this game is pretty simple, but there's a bunch of little things in this game that add up to what I think is ultimately an incredibly flawed experience. We've been alluding to that, and we're going to get there. But as far as the pinball parts of the game goes, it's exactly what you think it would be. It's pinball.
Nope,
there are 4 boards.
The controls.
Much worse.
The controls are.
Yes. There are 4 boards. 4 boards or 4 levels. Sonic will eventually get dumped off into different chambers of the playfield, where sometimes he might have to jump or spin dash his way around, but never run. Even though he's known for running, he never runs around in this game.
Yeah, that's weird. It's more of a jog.
But there's, like, never any portion of this game where there's, like, a long runway or anything for him to gain any kind of speed. And as I said, there's not, like, 27 emeralds. I think it's more like 17, which is still way too much. Yeah. And progress is made by collecting these emeralds. And when you've collected all of them, Sonic is released into a boss room, which is locked until you get the emeralds. And you kind of go from there. So, before I start bitching about this game, what do you think about the way Sonic Spinball plays?
Awful.
First of all, I hate the button layout. First, like this
Drink.
month, a month or two ago, when I started playing it, I found it on the PS4 first on the Sega Genesis collection. And so you move Sonic with the control pad left and right, and you can set one button for left flipper, one button for right flipper, and one button for both flippers. But you can only set the face buttons on the PS4 controller to those. You can't use the shoulder buttons. And so I'm using two face buttons on the right-hand side of the controller for both flippers. I was like, this sucks. I hate it. So I switched over, playing it on WiiWare. It was a little bit better, or on Wii Virtual Console. You holding the Wiimote sideways was the only way I could play it. Use the control pad to move Sonic. The A button next to the control pad would do the left flipper, and then the 2 button would do the right flipper, and the 1 button would do both flippers. So that at least put 1 button on the right and 1 button on the left for controlling it. I suppose with a Sega Genesis controller, though, you had to use 2 buttons that were also both on the right-hand side of the controller, right?
So I'm using basically a Sega Saturn controller through USB on my Sega Genesis Mini. And my thought was, so yes, you have to use either the A or the B button to trigger the left and the right flippers. Then pressing C activates both flippers. And I'm like, well, why would I ever decide to control them individually? I'm not a pinball person.
Pinball players do that. There's no way I'm going to press both flippers at once.
Okay, that makes sense.
Amateur move. Come on.
Well, hey, this podcast is nothing but amateur hour.
Yeah, drink.
So for me personally, I was like, why would I ever want to control these individually? I'm just going to catch Sonic with the C button.
I hated so much when Sonic fell in the middle. And
when you had to jump.
you had to jump onto a paddle. When you're pushing it, he doesn't move. And then when you're jumping, he's like moving over. Make up your mind. What the It just irritated the out of me. And then constantly having to mash the button with the guy who comes up and, bites you.
That's only if the guy bites you.
Yeah.
He bit you a lot.
Yes. Granted, that's kind of a cool ball save. I do, I love and hate that. But the biggest issue was if he was on that platform.
There are plentiful ball saves, especially in stage 1 early on.
I just really hated when he got stuck at that platform and had to jump
It
up.
definitely takes some getting used to, and it's very unintuitive how you have to jump off.
It's annoying.
And then hit the flipper.
I agree that it's an interesting take on pinball where normally you would just lose a ball, and then this way it at least gives you a second chance.
Yeah. Well, in all pinball, you get a ball save. But if you don't use it in time, you'll lose it.
But this was unlimited. It's not like
right.
You fall once or twice and you're done.
Yep.
It's if you keep falling, you still have another shot.
And that was it was just a love-hate.
So I have to ask, because you guys tapped out pretty early in this game, and I got to the 3rd level. I got pretty far into the 3rd level.
Nice.
Oh.
What specifically made you guys be like, yeah, I'm done with this. I don't need to play this anymore?
I would just play a game or 2 a night, and I just never made it further than the 2nd stage. Always ran out of lives. I'm like, okay, that's enough for tonight. Come back tomorrow.
Honestly.
No save states, nothing like that on Virtual Console, so.
And mine was completely different. I was just
You just hated
from
it
work.
from moment 1.
I was exhausted.
I thought I liked Sega Genesis.
I was exhausted from work. Every single time he's like, here's the controller. I'm like, I don't want to play right now. I just want to
I don't want to.
Here, I got you 3 emeralds. Here's the controller.
I was like, Brotato, come back. like I said from the top, like, I tried it and it just frustrated me. And I play video games to not be frustrated. I don't want to be frustrated at a video game. I'm frustrated in the state of the world and many other things. This is my escape.
You're not going to be playing Souls-likes.
I should probably record myself playing Souls for everyone's entertainment.
And that's the thing, too. Like, that was one of the things that I was excited about as far as coming back to this game after so long was like, it's a pinball game. It sounds really chill. I'm totally up for like an arcadey type of experience right about now. And Genesis is usually the place you go for those type of games. And holy was this just like an absolute disappointment in that regard.
Just keep going forever through the same screens, back and forth. Oops, wrong ramps. And now I'm back. Now back up. Now back down.
Well, I was doing that on the first level. I was just going in a circle. And I was like, wow, I'm really good at this circle. Wee!
If you think that's bad, stage 3 is horrible. It's so bad. It's so bad. For reference here, How Long to Beat has this game at 2.5 hours. I spent an entire hour on stage 3 alone without making any progress. Ugh. And that's kind of where I was like, well, I'm done. Like, I can't. There's so many other things I could have done with that 1 hour besides just try and find where I have to go or whatever. And that's, let me run down my list of complaints here.
Yes.
So right off the bat, again, something we kind of talked about a little bit is that Sonic just doesn't feel right to control. He has a spin dash like in the other games. But it doesn't, everything like just, it feels horrible. Well, you do get to use it in certain situations a little bit later on. Sometimes you need to use it to get to higher platforms. But like the thing that makes it horrible is the fact that like in all the other Sonic games, he has like a sense of momentum. And in this game, like there's like he digs his heels in and like stops on a dime. And it doesn't matter whether or not you're using the spin dash or you're trying to run. It's either all or nothing, which is like completely counterintuitive to how like Sonic has played in the previous couple of games.
I wonder if the guys who worked on this I wonder if the guys who or the people who worked on this for the 6 months had ever played a Sonic game. Or they probably only played the first one.
Well, still they had 6 months and they also had no assets.
Yes.
Again, you have to remember they had nothing here.
Then when he's bouncing around as Sonic, it goes almost too fast too. It's like the one complaint, like, well, Devil's Crush and Alien Crush are great games. Sometimes the ball bounces around too fast. It's not very realistic pinball physics. I mean, it's a video game, so it doesn't have to be. But this one has the same, like, janky, non-physic bouncing around that lots of early, fast pinball games have.
Well, that's the thing. We compared this earlier to Alien Crush and Devil's Crush. Those feel pretty damn nice to play.
Still.
This doesn't.
Correct.
Yeah. But those even, there's still a jankiness to the way the ball moves on those.
Okay, this is your last drink, I believe.
I'm just going to say, like, if you go on the options, there are speed options. You can either play it on, I think it's like normal or fast. In this situation, same situation. In this, just like in Alien Crush or Devil's Crush, you're going to want to play on fast because it's a lot closer to what a pinball machine might feel like. And the pinball stuff itself, I agree, doesn't feel right, but it's not as bad as compared to doing anything else with Sonic in this game.
Right. The Sonic stuff is way worse than normal Sonic stuff.
Drink.
Comparatively.
And because pinball, and Willie, you can correct me if I'm wrong on this, but I feel like a lot of pinball is based on RNG, right?
RNG?
No?
Random number generating. No, it's not. It's skill.
I think it's more skill and luck.
It's not. You gotta learn which ramps you have to hit, which number of times to unlock which events, and then where you have to go next. It's a lot of memorization, like old
Where
NES
to
games.
hit on the paddle.
But yeah, it's like a lot of pinball games, you need an instruction book to know like what you're supposed to do, and then you need the skill to be able to hit the ball where you want it to go.
Because I do like pinball. In fact, I was just at Galloping Ghost,
Oh,
and I was
we want to
at
go
their
there.
pinball section for like 2 hours.
Nice.
And there were moments where I could, anytime I play pinball, there are moments where I can find that sweet spot on the paddle and send the ball wherever I want it to go. Other times I feel like I can't do that. So I guess then I stand corrected. Maybe there is it's more of a skill issue then.
With normal pinball, it's a skill issue.
Oh, yeah.
With Sonic, I don't know.
I mean, it might go both ways. Because I...
Sorry.
I was waiting.
It is Pride Month. Woo!
But the maps are so large in this game. There's so many different chambers and things going on and things that you have to collect.
It does remind me a lot of Flipnik, which has massive stages with lots of different pathways you can go. And I was also never able to fully figure out how to beat it.
But the fact that like you have a checklist to complete before you can actually go onto the boss and beat the stage was so infuriating to me because I could not get Sonic to go where I needed him to go.
Yeah. Yep. It's a lot harder to get him to go where you want him to in this game than it should be. A lot of time I found myself like holding the flipper up and holding the opposite direction on Sonic so he would come to a rest on it.
Thanks, Japan.
What? This was the U.S. guys. Oh, because Japan didn't give them...
Because Japan is
Japan didn't give them
bitches.
anything. Yeah.
I mean,
the theme song
though.
wouldn't have made the pinball physics work any better.
Would it be Arigato Nihon?
Hi.
This game is more tedious than it is anything else. It's not fun.
Just look at how bad Sega Genesis games are. This is a masterpiece on that hardware.
Compared to some of the other games that I have played on the show.
That are older than this.
It's still 93. Keith said 83 earlier in the show. That would be really impressive, but I think it's 93.
If this was an SG-1000 game, like, holy shit.
Now you're going to have to leave 1983 in the brief history.
Yeah, so it's canonical or whatever, yeah. We talked about the Sonic, the fun parts of Sonic 2. Sorry, Ginger. And the pinball sections in those. Those were great because it's like a small reprieve from the rest of the nightmare that is Sonic 2. The pinball portions of that game is not the entire point of that game or even that level. It's a very small part of even that level. It's just a gimmick. And if STI stretched or even, if you want, even if they gaped that gimmick out into a pure pinball game, a fun arcade Devil Crush like pinball game, I think you've got something going there. But like as it stands, Sonic Spinball has like this massive identity crisis, and it doesn't, like Chris Colpleen said earlier, doesn't do a Sonic game well, and it doesn't do a pinball game well. And it doesn't even make you want to finish the game. It's horrible.
They tried to expand on the Kirby's pinball formula with like different areas with different things to do before you could get to the boss. But they didn't do a good job of it.
You know, even like some of the newer pinball games, like that they have made just for online pinball, just make it with a Sonic skin, and that would be better. I mean, seriously.
And that's something that was like so prominent in this era of video games where they would take like one game and just put a skin on it and turn it into something else. I mean, talk about Super Mario Brothers 2, Krusty's Funhouse.
You mean Bugs Bunny's Crazy Castle?
Bugs Bunny's Crazy Castle. That's actually a good point. I don't know why they just didn't do that.
Yeah, it would have probably been smoother to work with in 6 months. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But I'm not a programmer.
They probably could have gotten done in less than 6 months.
They probably could have bought Devil's Crush and reskinned it as Sonic Crush. Sonic Crush would have been awesome. Oh,
man.
Sonic Crush Spinball.
All the same table mechanics, just different graphics.
When I think about how much of a Sega hated NEC, how much of the rivalry was there, that would have been crazy if they got the license to Devil's Crush and then turned it into a Sonic game. In some other universe that happened. I think the last time you guys were on the show, we did not get to play a game.
No.
I don't think so.
I almost made trivia for you, but I was like, I don't want to ruin Keith's game by looking up all the trivia, so I'm not going to do that.
That's not how this works, Willie. I'm sorry. I am very, very excited about today's trivia game. It's a fan favorite Sonic episode staple, and this is the last time I'm going to be doing it until I talk about Sonic Adventure, which is going to be years from now. This is a game that I would like to call Oral Fixation.
All of us take a drink.
The rules are very, very easy. And by the way, you guys can either play with each other or play against one another.
Co-op.
Totally up to you.
I don't want to do versus. I'm not into that.
What's your highest score guess have?
So for Oral Fixation specifically, I can't tell you like the all-time high score for my show. I don't keep track of that. But I know
Listeners,
for this game specifically, I had Belt Buckle
Bill.
That is a tongue twister. I had Belt Buckle Bill on.
Didn't he do terrible?
And we talked about Sonic 3. No, he got 10 out of 10.
Well,
Want to do co-op?
let's do co-op.
We have co-op.
All right.
High records, so I think that would be good. We're a good team.
Okay. All right. I believe it. You guys are relationship goals. So here are the rules, if you are not familiar, and in case this is, dear listener, your first episode. I have 10 quotes. They are quotes from in-universe Sonic the Hedgehog content. So video games, comics, TV shows, and movies.
No fanfic.
Don't do that. Rude.
But also, some of these quotes could be from fanfic or Rule 34 comics.
Oh no.
I will give you a quote. All you guys have to do is tell me if it's a canonical Sonic quote or if it is from fanfic.
Alright. I think
Are you ready?
I remember this game. I don't know if I'm ready, but
I'm as ready as I'll ever be.
Mm-hmm. All right. Quote number 1. If you behave, I won't have to do anything nasty.
I
think that's
game.
from Real.
Yeah. Game. Canonical.
That is real. That is actually from... Oh, wait, I forgot I have the soundboard.
Is that a shadow?
Ooh.
That is... I don't know who says that, but that is from the TV show Sonic Prime.
I think I vaguely remember that from the show.
You watched a lot of Sonic Prime? I watched more of Sonic Underground.
I remember.
Are you confessing something to us, Ginger?
I mean, dude, there's lots of repressed memories, okay? So you never know what's going to come out. I
think Sonic Prime came out like 3 years ago.
Oh, I don't know, dude. It seems like I didn't watch that, but it seems like some kind of...
Somehow you still remember it.
I remember it.
All right, quote number 2. I can't take it any longer. How much longer is it going to get?
Canonical. I think.
You think it's canonical?
What, his wiener doesn't just keep getting longer and longer like chili dog.
Okay, canonical. I'll be with Will this time.
That is correct. It is canon. It is from Sonic 06. Everybody's favorite Sonic game.
Oh my god, what? What game?
2 for 2.
What was that on?
He literally
Sonic
just
06.
told you.
Yeah, what was Sonic 06?
It's just Sonic the Hedgehog, but it came out in 2006, so everybody calls it Sonic 06. The next line. Since you interrupted me, it's only fair you teach me what I have to do.
That could be either. What do you think, Ginger?
It really could be either.
Sonic's always interrupting people.
I can relate.
Pants on or pants off. Why, you interrupt people? Let's say
I try
canon.
not to. Canon?
Yeah.
You're going canon on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh,
that
was
is
a fart.
fanfic. That's a Sega Genesis fart.
That's a good Genesis fart.
All right. Number 4. Oh, yeah. That's the stuff. Feed me, baby. Glug, 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 glug.
Do the chows
I
talk?
wish people could see your face. Keith.
They have to join us Patreon for that.
Okay. I'm going to say that's real.
Do chows talk? Because I could see chows doing that in like a Sonic adventure. Because you got to feed them. Like,
What is chows?
aren't those like a Sonic pet?
Yeah. They're basically animals that Sonic abuses.
Yeah.
Worse than Robotnik?
What do you think?
I already said I think it's real.
Okay, me too. We'll go real.
That is canon. That is also from... Okay, well, I actually don't know what this was from. I have Sonic Prime ? I don't think I was sure what show it was from, because they all kind of look the same sometimes.
There's too many of them.
Number 5. It's time to crack you wide open. Let's party, Eggman.
Fanfic.
I could see them making that egg joke in one of the games, though. But, yeah, let's go with fanfic.
Fanfic. Oh, boo.
I'm sorry, that is a real line in a Sonic game.
What game?
That is again from Sonic 06.
I don't know.
Why not both?
That one. I bet it is in both.
If you're gonna make X-rated Sonic comics, you gotta use quotes from the games.
Well,
that's
I'm
one
sure
to
there's a
use.
lot of scrambling
Will's
of Eggman.
really trying to get those 2 points.
I'm over here chat prompting GPT to make the comic strip. Look, see, it exists. Not really.
Dude, trust me, I have tried to get ChatGPT to make smut, and it will not.
Oh.
I'm trying to get my foot in the door in the smut game.
Using Chappy GPT.
No,
I
you
can't
got
even say it right.
No, has no imagination.
I believe it.
It can't write lines like these. He still wants you. He doesn't care about age. He wants you, no matter what.
I hate that.
Was that before Sonic kissed the human lady? I'm gonna say game.
Ugh. I really hate that. It's really gross.
So is Sonic.
You're like the 4th person on a Sonic episode that's brought that
Oh,
up.
it's so gross. Like, come on. Ugh. It is probably real, too,
Yeah.
because the 90s were...
Yeah, come on, Sonic's gross. Mario never gets to kiss the lady.
That's not true.
Okay, it's not.
I mean, have you seen it?
Wait, so what are you guys going on this one?
True. Or what? What do you
Are
want?
we? Okay, is that what we agreed on? Yeah.
Do you want...
True. Canonical.
Ah, God damn it.
Sorry, that is fanfic. It is gross enough to be fanfic. Line number 7. Remember that time we were together and you gave Amy that cream pie?
True.
That's from a game. I think I remember somebody mentioning this. Did you use this in a previous quiz? Let's see if we're right. It's from the game.
Willie, I'm giving you an extra point for that. You are a listener of the show. That is true. Yes, that is a canonical
Nice.
Sonic line from Sonic Prime. Line number 8. Easy there, big guy. I don't want you to blow your gasket yet.
That's true. Didn't
From the
Sonic
game.
say that to Robotnik?
Yep, we'll say game. Or canonical.
Yeah.
It is canonical. I don't know what it was from. I think it was one of those situations where, like, it could have been a cutscene in the game, but it could have also been, like, a TV show or something. So I wasn't sure. Number 9. The only thing I'm going to conquer is your face.
Let's go fanfic.
Okay.
Are these all things that Sonic has said? Or is it anybody from the series?
It's anybody. It's anybody
Okay.
from the series.
I was honestly thinking real
Yeah.
for that one. Because he'd be, like, talking about, like, beating Robotnik's face.
Or Shadow, too.
I mean, that's true.
Sounds like something he'd say. Real?
I think it's real.
Real. Final answer, real. Phone a friend. Wait, no.
Glad you listened to Ginger. That is real. That is, again, from Sonic Boom.
Boom to the face.
Also, that was another line that I reused from a previous episode. Shame on you, Willie.
Oh.
He didn't listen to that Sonic episode.
No, he didn't get that one.
I only remembered the cream pie line.
You should really be lucky he even remembered that.
It's hard to forget that one.
About cream
Yeah, hard to
pies?
forget the cream pie.
You nasty.
Number 10, last line. The blue hedgehog growled with frustration. He was flirting with the line and yet unable to cross it. His growing angrier in his hand with every sharp of his fist.
I think this one's fanfic.
We haven't seen the movies, though. Okay, yeah, fanfic.
That was fantastic. Good job, Daddy Keith.
I tried to read that with the most straight face.
It was pretty good.
I'm so glad I don't have to read any more Sonic fanfic for a while. You guys got 7 out of 10. That is fantastic. That's a pretty... Oh, yeah. You know what? Okay, you guys got 10 out of 10. You know? All thanks to Willie over there.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Appreciate the download. This has been Oral Fixation.
Sure it has.
Moving on to the presentation and talking about the graphics, music, and sound effects of Sonic Spinball. I will start with you guys, because I feel like I've been talking a lot lately. Ginger, how do you feel about the presentation of Sonic Spinball?
I mean, honestly, they could have done better. They could have done better.
Come on, those are shiny 16-bit graphics.
Blast processing.
Worms that look like sharks popping out of the wall for some reason.
I thought they were more like weird robot dinosaurs. I mean, It was hard to really... That platform pissed me off so much for this game. Went right into the rage meter. Shout out Secret Levels.
I don't remember who mentioned it. Maybe it was Willie. But just talking about Sonic Sprite. Just kind of like, for me personally speaking, I guess I'll talk about my opinions for the presentation. I think overall it's okay. I think some of the levels are a little, they don't fit the Sonic aesthetic. They're between like the first 3 or 4 games, if you're counting Sonic and Knuckles as a separate game, which I do. There is a very, like, they had a design doc. Clearly STI did not have this because of those petty bitches. So it's an interesting, it still like works. It still kind of feels like Sonic to me, but like Sonic himself has like that uncanny valley type of look where it's like, yeah, this is definitely Sonic, but like when you actually look at the sprite, when he's just kind of standing there and even when he starts running, it's like this. Yeah, the foot tap is off, and the way he looks at the screen is off.
Well, and then they have him lay down.
It's Temu Sonic.
Weirdly.
It is Temu Sonic. And like, I don't know if you guys noticed, but like whenever he like lands on a platform, so when he goes from like ball to just standing, he has like this squishiness to him.
Like a kitty?
Yeah, like a kitty. Yeah, like when you watch a cat jump from like something high onto the ground, he has like the squishiness to him.
Yeah, I guess I
Yeah,
was a
they
little
look-
more negative than I should have been.
The boards look fine. The graphics are decent 16-bit graphics. I mean, they're not standout, but they're not terrible. I thought Sonic looked like Sonic as a non-Sonic boy. I really like the little different death sound effect, though. The bwong when he died. I enjoyed that a lot.
That was my next question. It was about the sound effects, because the sound effects are also not Sonic-like at
No.
all. They're
No.
very different.
Yeah, they're
Like-
they're not all that great. I didn't notice the music much. It didn't annoy me, but I didn't get into
Mhm.
it. And yeah, I mean, it was serviceable. I'd say it was below average sound, but I did like the death sound effect.
Did you get to Sonic Spinball Scorpius?
I don't know.
Robotnik as a scorpion in this game?
Yeah, it's the first boss.
Oh, it is? Oh, I didn't even see him.
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, we didn't talk about the bosses in the gameplay, but they're nothing. Like, they may as well just not even be in the game, because they're not
It's
very
the easiest
good.
part.
Yeah, the soundtrack I can take or leave. It's not. I don't think it's bad. It's definitely not like the worst soundtrack I've heard come out of the Genesis. Definitely not a Sonic soundtrack. I mean, Sonic 1, 2, 3, Sonic and Knuckles, like, absolutely, like, those are bangers. Those are so good.
Oh, yeah.
This is not on that level.
Another one of those assets they didn't get was Michael
Yeah.
Jackson, you know?
I mean, no shade to Howard Drazen or anything like that. Like, the Comic Zone soundtrack is very good. This just isn't, it just doesn't scream Sonic to me. You know, same way the
Yeah.
visuals don't scream Sonic to me. In my opinion, there's really nothing, like, wrong with the presentation. It's just, well, there's nothing wrong with it. It still feels a little wrong, if that makes any sense.
Yes.
The butthole with teeth things that like suck you in and shoot you out, a lot of it does seem like it was inspired by Alien Crush. Just like from the level design perspective of stuff that doesn't fit into Sonic. And like, why is this in a
Yeah.
Sonic game? I don't know if that came out first, but maybe they were like, oh yeah, this is what video game pinball looks like.
Yeah, I did read somewhere, and this is going back to the development, that the third stage was actually leftovers from another Sonic game.
Yeah, they were like, here's this bonus stage we couldn't use in Sonic 2. We'll release it as a game.
There's like an idea that they had for like some mechanical stage, because Sonic is more or less about like nature meets technology. And so they had like this techno stage or whatever, which is what the entire third level is, which was supposed to be in like Sonic 2, I think, maybe. Or maybe it was one of the... So, I mean, they didn't throw that idea out or anything, so that's kind of cool. But also, that was like the worst stage. Like, that stage sucks.
Yeah, I mean, that's valid. It's...
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about like the other style pinball machine where you have a ball, like after you beat a boss, the bonus stage.
Oh, you mean the good pinball parts?
Yeah, the good parts.
Yeah. Yeah, we actually didn't talk about that in the game.
It would have been nice if they would have made that like a selectable mode where you just play that.
Willie, I'll take that idea further.
Okay.
What if that was just the game?
I mean, you could still have the other part there and ignore it. Hit select before you hit start every time. Oh wait, this is Genesis. There's no select button. Sorry.
No, right. Well, what if the bonus stages were the entire game and the game that we got were actually the bonus stages? There's an idea. You know what? Since we're in the presentation and not technically in the gameplay, I will say this. As far as the bonus stages go, I think those look cool. Like, the subtle... In the background, you see Sonic sitting there playing the pinball machine.
Yeah, his reflection off the windows.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks really cool. Like, that looks great. And the way his eyes move around, you can kind of see his hands move around. Some really good attention to detail in that. That's what I'm saying. Like, the bonus stages should have been the actual game.
I just saw a comparison to Sonic 2 and Sonic Spinball. And Sonic is smaller than the ball. And just, yeah, not looking like him. It's kind of like What happened with the movie before they changed it?
Oh, he's got human teeth in this?
You get the Sonic version of Sonic Spinball.
Sonic.
He looks angrier in Sonic Spinball than he normally does.
Yeah.
Like, you could tell this is made by an American team.
Because of the anger.
Well,
That's
he just crashed his plane in the ocean and had to swim into a toxic waste dump.
I mean, we have lots to be angry about.
But I don't know, if I was dumped into a wet matic, I don't know how angry I would be.
A lava one. A toxic lava one.
A hot, toxic
That sounds
that gives
gross.
you STIs.
Sounds like you need to go to the doctor.
I'm like overheating. I'm like starting to sweat.
Okay, what's the next Sonic segment then?
I'm glad you asked, Willie. We've reached the end of our discussion, and we're at the end of the episode. But first, we have to summarize our thoughts and find out if we would recommend
No.
Sonic Spinball.
Sorry.
And Ginger, hey, take it away. Let's have a little sandwich here. Ginger, we'll start with you.
You know, if you are into pissing yourself off, play this game. You know, by all means. If you're a masochist, yeah, play it.
I'll bounce off that and say you probably are a little bit if you like retro video pinball games. And as a retro pinball video game, I mean, it's worth playing if you haven't played it yet. So if you're into that genre, I say yes, try it. It's not ugly. It mostly works. Sure, some parts of it are weird and janky, but it's unique. And I like it.
Okay. Hey, I mean, I appreciate that. I think I'm more along the lines of Ginger here. I'm probably going to be a little nicer, I guess.
Oh yeah.
I would go. I would go with like a light not recommend. It's sort of like the opposite situation with my Road Rash episode, where I think like a lot of people, like a lot of the people that wrote into the podcast, talking about their experience with Sonic Spinball is very similar, where I'm like, yeah, the first two stages, pretty good. But I think the rest, the quality of the rest of the game is like a huge thorn in its side. And then on top of that, like front loaded experience with those first two stages, you still have the weird physics. You have like absolutely like poor frame rate, terrible level design, in my opinion. And knowing the reputation of this game, I knew that I might have a bad time. Like I've talked about divisive Sonic games here. I've talked about Sonic CD. I've talked about Knuckles Chaotix. But like, as far as Sonic Spinball goes, I don't know if I can really find anything, at least within the gameplay, that actually redeems it of its poor quality. And I think a lot of that is written in the development history. You know, as much of a break as I want to give this game for being developed in 6 months, I just can't. The quality is still poor. I understand STI did what they could with this game, but it suffers because of it. And I just think that the gimmick isn't strong enough. Like, rolling around in a ball is not Sonic's defining characteristic to me. It's his speed. He's got to go fast.
Yeah, exactly.
And this game doesn't even support the character in a meaningful way because the theming feels lost. Like, if you think about Nintendo, like, think of Metroid. Samus can turn into a ball, but nobody at Nintendo has been like, hey, let's make Metroid pinball.
Metroid Prime
Like,
Pinball is awesome. Nintendo DS game, the pinball screens go up and down both screens. Yeah.
Okay, so I guess I'm a idiot because I didn't know there was a Metroid pinball game.
You're not an idiot.
My point still stands, man. Like,
I mean, yes.
Like Ginger said earlier, like there's so much potential in this game. And you could say that about a lot of Sonic games. And this is one of them. So you know what? I'm going to go, I think I'm going to go no recommend. Like, don't play this at all.
Not even if you're
now that I'm like getting heated about it.
If you can play Metroid Prime Pinball, definitely pick that instead.
With that said, Willie, Ginger, thank you guys so much for coming on again.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I'm glad
thanks
we
so much
didn't
for having us.
ruin your episode.
I was really looking forward to this. I love talking to you guys.
Same.
And hanging out with you, talking about video games or even playing video games. This is awkward. I don't know. Like, do you guys have anything to plug? Anywhere anybody can find you? You've got quite the backlog that people can dig into.
Oh, yeah. Listen to our backlog at Grand Rapidians Play Video Games. Maybe one day you'll get something new on your feed.
Yeah, no, don't follow us on social media. I got to quit all those when we stopped doing new episodes. So, yeah.
That's like the best part.
Right.
Go and
My only social media is Discords. Keith, I thought you were going to hang out in other people's Discords. You've got your own Discord? I guess I need to join that one too.
That's a good way of plugging my own Discord. Thank you very much. I'm not even that active in my own Discord, but
you're more active than
there's
everyone
quite a few,
else's.
More or less just Retro Hangover.
And List Off and Secret Levels. I see you in all three of those.
I like Hummingbird, the other Discords.
Yeah, okay.
I saw one of them today. It was so cute.
A Discord?
A hummingbird.
You saw a Discord today? But yeah, I mean, yeah, you guys should totally come in the Discord. You're always welcome. Thank you guys for joining in on all of this chaos, and thank you for helping me close this one out. It's been a long journey through the Sega Genesis, so
I believe it.
Man, maybe now you'll play a good system like Super Nintendo.
Oh, hey, let me tell you about it. Next time on the program, I am laying the Sega Genesis to rest. This may have been the final game in my lineup, and I think I never really gave the console and all of its weird add-ons the attention that it really needed. So I'm going to be doing a Sega Genesis special, a final ride on the chandelier, if you want to say. I'm going to be also revealing my top 10 Sega games from the 4th generation era. From the 4th generation area.
That's in between the tail and the
and the body.
Yeah.
It's the gooch. Taint.
The taint of the Genesis is where you get all the blast processing.
It smells like it.
Let me take that off. Let me do that over again. And I'll also be revealing my top 10 Sega games from this era. Some which will probably be pretty predictable, others probably not so predictable. So, until then, everybody take care of yourselves and always remember, it's okay to like a video game.
Even this one.
Liar.
Even this one.
Liars.
Specifically this one.
Bye. Excuse
Nice.
me. Drink. Dude, Fago gives me Homer Simpson burps.
Yeah, you should have seen her lips fly.
Were they moist? There's a little bit of dribble coming off the lips as they were shaking around.
We gotta wipe off this computer screen now.
I'm a hydrated bitch.
Number 5.
Oh, wow. What do you think that was, Will?
Fanfic.
Well, since it was a deep throat belch, yeah, that would be fanfic.
Will, you need to mute yourself. Will, mute yourself.
All right. I think I can kind of hear Willie peeing.
Yeah, because he won't mute himself! You fucking nasty!
I had to go let my cat out, too.
Is that what you call it?
Yes.
I think we have forgotten how to podcast.
What? No, I left a recording microphone in here.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
did
this
you?
one...
Yeah. I had my headset one, but I wasn't recording it. Sorry if you wanted that.
Because I was hearing... Yeah, I was like definitely hearing something. I wasn't sure, but...
You were exactly correct, Keith. And you will hear on our side me screaming, mute yourself, Will! So you can use that.
Oh, shit.
Cheers.